Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time's Movie of the Week. This week, the movie of the week, I chose this film because the Beach Boys are coming to town next week and I'm really excited to go see them. This one is Love and Mercy. This film has an all-star cast. You have John Cusack starring an older Brian Wilson. You have Paul Dano starring a younger Brian Wilson. You have Paul Giamatti in there, Elizabeth Banks. It has a great cast. I really love the main people in this story. The actors are great. Now, with this film being a biopic, whatever you want to call it, however you have your tendencies, this film, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, because the fact that Brian Wilson is still alive and well, they might have held some things out, and I felt that they did. Now, going into this film, I didn't know the entire story about Brian Wilson. I listened to the Beach Boys growing up. I've been a big fan since as far back as I can remember. But the thing is, though, when you're a kid, the Beach Boys songs are about surfing, about the beach, about the girls, about the ladies. Not till I got a little bit older did I hear about the drugs and the things like that. Well, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. What can I say? Not till I was older. And so when I came to this film, I didn't know everything that happened to Brian Wilson, and this one really opened my eyes to the struggles that he's gone through. In the beginning of the film, they kind of show a side of him that might have been the starting point for his issues with anxiety and maybe even having another psychological problem like voices in his head, things of that nature. I do feel that there's a point that they have in this film that they make very prominent with him and his drug usage, but then they don't show really the drug usage after that, but they infer that he's continually using drugs because he only gets weirder and loopy after that point. Now, I'm inferring that there was a lot more drug usage than they showed, and that's what started him on that path. I could be wrong. This is what I'm getting from the film. I don't know for sure. But this is what we're doing here. We're talking about the film, and so that's what I'm going to go off of. The older version of Brian Wilson, played by John Cusack. John Cusack, I love him as an actor, but a lot of time in movies, I see John Cusack. It takes me a while to warm up to him and kind of get away from the John Cusack aspect and see the character he's playing. In this film, he did a great job of right off the bat not being John Cusack. He was Brian Wilson. They show where he's at in his life and the struggle that he's going through with Dr. Eugene Landy, and when he meets his wife, Melinda Ledbetter, Elizabeth Banks, and Paul Giamatti. I really enjoy the dynamic that they start to build between Elizabeth Banks and John Cusack. It's a good dynamic that's not rushed, and it feels natural and it feels true. There are a lot of films where they make this mistake where they push it on you too fast and you don't feel that connection and you don't care for it. In this one, I actually felt it. Overall, I think both the young Brian Wilson, the older Brian Wilson, and all the characters that surrounded these guys, I think they all did a good job of acting. They did what they had to do, and they conveyed a story that I didn't know previously. So I really enjoyed this film, even though I do have a slight bias because I love the Beach Boys music. It was really interesting to see all the stuff that they went through when they're making music, when they're making albums, and they get to the point where Brian wants to go a different direction that they're not used to, or he's going in a direction that's damning to the group and they want to straighten things out. It's really interesting. I think that if you are a music lover, if you like biopics, if you like the Beach Boys in general, this is a movie for you guys. They do have this one in Redbox right now, so I definitely recommend picking this one up. I really had a good time with this, and it just got me more pumped up for the Beach Boys next week. I've been singing Beach Boys songs all day. I mean, come on. In my head all day has been like Kokomo, Good Vibrations. This movie definitely brought back some good memories from riding down to the beach and just having a good time. So definitely you guys go out there and watch this film. Alright guys, so that's it for Movie Time's Movie of the Week segment this week. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation this week. We'll see you next time. Peace.